Welcome to the Road to 2400 series. Today, as always, I'm Tony Padron. We're going to attempt to reach 2400 rapid. Here we go. We're queuing up right now. All right, we got Hamurish plays e4. I'm going to play my trusty Sicilian. And I am a fan of the Accelerated Dragon. So that's what I like to play. Now, this person is much higher rated than me. I get 10 ELO points if I win this game. And 2 points if I draw, which is actually quite nice for a draw. Now, white is choosing to go into an Alapin Sicilian, which is annoying. It's very, very, very common. At all these levels, it's super popular. And from the Sicilian side, it's kind of annoying because you really don't get to play into the Sicilian lines that you probably have prepared or play or they used to. You're more or less, you're gonna end up playing into their book of knowledge. And so you got to be prepared for that. Obviously, the ideas here are d4, you take, and white has a nice center. Or sometimes there's bishop b4, the knight retreats, like in this case, knight retreats. And they're going to use a combination of this knight, this pawn, and this bishop to try to get some play very quickly. Now, I don't know what the absolute best book moves are, but in practice, I usually play c4 here, kicking the bishop off this dangerous diagonal. I'm glad it's off it. I'm going to fiend cattle, getting ready to castle. White castles, I'm going to castle. And usually here, they play d3 or d4. Asking, hey, will you allow me to build the big center or not? And will you en passant? And they decided to play a4, saying, hey, you still have some problems. And I can't just play knight c6 and ignore it, because after push, knight here, bishop e4, I'm running out of squares for my knight like super quickly. But maybe I can. Maybe I can still jump around. Maybe it's okay, actually. Actually, knight c6, a5, knight d5, maybe d3. I think it's okay. Let's go for it. Actually, I'm going to take it back. This added pressure does come quite quickly, which I enjoy. So here, I'm betting that they're surprised that I didn't play a5, stop the pawn from moving forward. Yeah, queen e2 is nice. Queen e2 is nice. It adds more pressure, makes a5 more dangerous, and supports the pawn. So I can't take it. That's a good choice. Here, I might be forced to play a5 here now. d5. Yeah, it's just not enough. Okay, I'll play a5. Also, even in rapid, because we're playing 10-0 rapid, we're not playing that super slow 15-10. Unfortunately, it's really hard to queue up at this level at 15-10. Oh, this is a problem already. This is bad. Oh gosh. How are we gonna deal with this? Okay, I don't think we can save this pawn. Probably. Yeah, probably we cannot save this pawn. I'm thinking that maybe since, okay, I'm resigning the idea that I can save this pawn. So I'm thinking maybe I can win this pawn in time. Unfortunately, I don't think that works. They have time to protect. This isn't going anywhere. And so the other thing I could do is play d5 and go for this kind of like open position and try to get like some really quick some quick play. Shoot, I am upset. I've actually never had someone do this to me in this Alpin. So I guess we have to. I don't have any choice. Now, after the capture, I could take with a pawn and eye these ideas, which are interesting. Yeah, actually, these are... I'm just going to choose to recapture. I need to conserve some time, but also there is checking the queen, saying, hey, are you sure you can stay eyeing this knight and not losing it? Because the bishop is coming too. Okay, so he says, yeah, I think I'm fine. And I think, at the very least, I'm going to get some play. And maybe even a piece. This is no joke. This is no joke. So, I can't take this one. Because, unfortunately, it takes the queen. I have to recapture with the piece. And then I end up losing my knight at the end. So, I actually need to take with this knight. Likely, he will trade queens. And then either push or trade here and say, well, all right, I'm down a point. You might have gotten the piece, but at least you have a bad structure now. And they have something to play for. So that actually turned out really nice for us. That turned out really nice for us. And now I just got to make sure I don't flag and secure my advantage. So as just a quick preparatory move, I'm going to play bishop f6, buy some space for my king, control some nice squares, reroute my knight. I just need to be able to keep pace without blundering against my opponent now. Because eventually, the pressure of the additional piece will be felt. This additional knight I have is going to be felt. Now we hit some weak pawns. We're hitting the weakness or the base of a pawn chain. Right? If you can dislodge this, the rest of the chain should fall. So... now, unfortunately, he's a good player. He's not just gonna roll over and die. Do I want the pressure on the seat? I think I do. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm giving up these opportunities, saying that, okay, I still want to crack at this. Yeah. I'm going to shift my rooks over. Because I don't think I'm going to win on the e-file. I think I'm going to win by collapsing this pawn structure in the center. So I think it's my best chance. Wow, they just push. Okay. Here I am enjoying the idea of my knight coming to g6. Adding some safety to the black position, the black king side. You know, tugging around this this bishop. I mean, this pawn is totally hanging right now. And maybe there are going to be tactics soon where, you know, maybe we'll be able to take a pawn and maybe win a rook at the end. I know that's protected now, but I'm just saying these ideas are going to start popping up in the position soon. White going into the tank now. Their best hope for them is to get a passed pawn to such a dangerous point that I'm forced to give up my extra piece for that pawn. And then it's a relatively an equal game that they might have a chance of winning or drawing. So that's the best they can play for at this point, I think. Wow, they're really thinking now. They push, okay. I'm going to automatically play knight g6. I like this tempo. Taking this pawn might happen. Okay, he just allows it. What's their idea? I need to think what their idea is. I don't see it. I'm not seeing it, so I'm just going to take it. Maybe they think that maybe the rook can infiltrate somewhere, or maybe this bishop is just good because it pins down my king, and maybe there's an imaginary situation where I get back ranked in the future. I mean, that's valid. Oh, okay. Okay. You know what? That's a nice try. I'm just going to simplify. I'm going to take the dangerous pawn, protected by the knight, of course. I'm allowing the capture of one of these other pawns, but there's some back rank issues. And because of those, unfortunately, white doesn't get to be as active as they wanted to. So we'll protect the chain. They'll probably just attack it. One of the few things they have left that they can do. Yeah, there it is. And I think here I'm just gonna swing back with my bishop. Yeah, swing back with my bishop and protect the chain. And now the easiest way to win the rest of this game is going to be forcing the trade of one of these minor pieces. And from there, the two pieces will have much more freedom to overload the remaining piece. So I think I'm just gonna centralize my knights. Oh my gosh. Ah! Okay. Ah! This was such a smooth game until I did that. Goodness. Okay. Okay. Lock in, Tony. I gotta stay locked in. Oh gosh. I just dropped the pawn. I just gotta be a little careful. That was so unnecessary. You see, you guys, like the second you let up, things can go badly. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna bring this knight back. This knight is a huge pain. I have to get rid of him, I think. Okay, I'm bringing this knight back. I want a knight here. I need to solidify the chain to such a good point that I know I won't lose anything. So now I have pressure. Dang, that was so unnecessary. All right. And now I'm going to save this bishop. This pawn is now hanging. If you trade, wow, he went for the trade. Okay. Okay. I think this is his best chance, though. I might be messing this up. See, even at this level, people are so good. Okay, bring the king in. Bring the king in. All right, bring the king in. Knight covers the square. King covers the square. I am happy to trade. It's still a little tender. Attack the knight. Force it. Force the exchange. Okay. And now I think we stay in the center. Have the centralized king. That's always a key factor. I'm gonna blockade this pawn because he's gonna kick me out, which is unfortunate. He doesn't. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. I think he wants me to push. He's trying to tempt me into allowing another pass pawn. Okay, it's not so easy. This is still not easy. This pass pawn out here really restricts my options. I might have to yo-yo the position. Okay, now I go back. Like, I need him to move forward enough. And what sucks is that I don't have a ton of pawns or a ton of strong pawns. Yeah, if I was just a bit more careful, I wouldn't have gotten into these problems. Okay, I need to keep the king out. Now he's going to go for a pass pawn on this side. I would love for his king to chase me. Get it far away. Okay, he didn't. Wow, I actually have to be really careful. Okay. I have to be really careful. So if I come cover the potential pass pawn, push, come over, push, come over, push, take. He can come in. I can still go back. He comes in this way. And then he goes for this pawn at the end. I push. He goes. I protect my pawns. He pushes. I take. He wins this one. I go back. Okay, it might be okay. It might be okay. I don't... Oh, man, I took a lot of liberty trying to calculate that. Yeah. Okay. All right. And this is where it's tender. Oh, gosh. I thought he would push. Of course he's not going to push. Okay. What if I protect? Does he have... Can he push now? Okay. And I protect... Wait. I'm going to protect. I'm just going to protect. Man, if I had h6, he would be slowed down dramatically. Now, this feels totally winning, right? Wow, that's a choice. That is a choice. Now he's got to go for it. This is just a race now. This is a pure race now. I don't know who's winning. I do not know who's winning here. But I think it might be him. I can't push. And now he pushes. 1, 2. Do I spend the time taking and moving my king? Wait, I do have this. Does that even matter? Oh, I don't think it matters. I just gotta move. I'm gonna flag. I probably should have sacked my last bishop. Oh, shoot. What I should have done is figured out how to sack my bishop or one of the pawns. And if this pawn gets to the second, this is actually a proven draw. The C and F pawn with king versus a king and queen, if it's far enough away, is considered a draw. But we'll see what happens. It's still not easy. It's still not easy. This hopefully gives me a chance. Now I can sack the bishop, and if I can just get this pawn up one more square, it should be a draw. Although there are circumstances where this pawn isn't a draw. If the king is close enough. All right, and now we're at the drawn position. We're at the drawn position. Can I draw this in time? I think so. Chat, I'm sorry. Or I mean everybody, I'm sorry. I just don't want to flag. I mean it's a proven draw. But can he stop the forcing of the draw long enough that he can flag me? I don't think so. He'd have to be able to drag this out 20 moves, and I mean there is a threat of repetition. Wait, but that just forces it because this will check. Woo! All right, chat. Super scary. Honestly, I should have won that game. I should not have let those pawn fall. I should have not let it got that close. But at this level, you give anybody an inch, like these people are incredibly strong. So I only get 2 rating points out of that. This 2400, super strong. Let's give it one more try. One more try. We're 2350 right now. We're at my this is my peak blitz. I mean my peak rapid right now. So everything here is like I gotta be in tip-top shape, and I'm sitting here trying to explain this chess to you guys so that hopefully some of this understanding will help you get to 2000 as well, because I promise you, all of you guys can be 2000. It's within everyone's grasp for sure. 8 great moves, 30 best moves, 7 excellent moves. I mean, I can probably game review while I wait for the queue. Oh gosh. Yeah. I was so winning. Yeah, and then here, yeah, once I let that pawn drop, it was barely +4, and then they were totally winning. Totally winning. Okay. I got my game. Pixel point underscore 12 24. Again, another monster. Yeah, this guy, no joke. Oh, he goes for the fianchetto. So usually in the fianchetto systems versus the King's Indian, the Benoni-like structures tend to be quite favorable, which is why I like to play for c5 instead of e5 in the King's Indian versus the fianchettos. Now I play knight b5, and in these structures, white has to be a little careful because some knight exposure and the bishop combo tend to be a bit of a pain for white to deal with. Now, the typical ideas, like even here, knight e4, queen takes, bishop takes, and we've gotten rid of a pair of knights. Now, that could be good. Maybe it's not so good. Or knight takes, bishop h6, bishop g7, bishop takes, king takes, and queen check, king back. And it's a little scary, but you are up the exchange. So 94, is it worth it? 94, let me think. 94, probably they will just play bishop b2 and not deal with it and be happy that at the end of the day this will be exchanged off. So I'm gonna hold off on it. Well, takes to b5. I get b5. Well, okay, I'm gonna play rook b8 and maybe push for b5 right away. And they allow me. Okay, I will. I'm gonna play it. This is like one of my main sources of counterplay is this b5 move. I'm gonna take once, open up the b file, and usually in the Benoni style you want to play e6, but here, I don't know if you want to yet. There is bishop a6 attacking this weak pawn. Knight goes back. So maybe e6 first. Now the dangers to e6 are that you allow d5, and then you have to be rock solid in your calculation. After takes, knight takes, pawn takes, knight takes, knight takes, pawn takes, and I think it should be okay. I'm gonna go for it. I think it should be okay. I think white would prefer 2 pawns in some variation to hold the center, and with just 2 pawns, they're going to feel like hanging pawns, which they're not. The term means that they're 2 pawns that can't be supported by other pawns. They have to be supported by pieces. That's what hanging pawns means. Because the f pawn exists, it's not quite, but I'm just saying it's going to feel like white needs to use their pieces to support the center rather than the pawns itself. And I think that is going to be straining on the white position and give me counterplay. Like even already, this is already a little suspect because now C has to take. I get some nice open files. I can hit the E pawn, put some nice pressure. Yeah, this is good. And I think probably we can just play 94. This knight I think needs a better home now. But okay, for now I'm gonna play 94. I would love this knight to be here. This idea usually comes at a cost that after this trade, black is going to get f4. Yep, with tempo. But this expansion is difficult to hold. It's not super easy for the white position. So I think I'll play. Let's play queen f6. I think queen f6. Hold on, queen a4. Tender, but I have rook takes b7. Okay, that should be enough counterplay. Sometimes you just got to play some of these a bit of a feel. Wow, and they opt to just try to kill the counterplay. What a bummer. Okay, well, let's see if I can strain the position just a bit more. I have knight b5, hoping to get a really nice knight. I actually like this idea. Let's play knight b5, saying, yeah, you know what, take. I will take. I will hit the queen, so if you win the rook, I win the queen. Theoretically better for me. And after, wow, walking into a scary pin like this is so questionable. So questionable. Wow, this screams like there could be danger here. And also I can hit the knight, and the knight has trouble returning. Wow, I don't know about this. Okay, let's try bishop d7 without spending too much time. And I'm just going to keep an eye out for these ideas. Wow, knight b2. What about rook b3? Now I can attack the queen with tempo, get it off of this strong diagonal, and now, I mean, I might start attacking soon. Bishop takes h3, bishop takes, and I forward the queen. Bishop takes, king takes. They're safe for now, but I mean, this is already super suspect, I think. So, but first, we're just going to double up the rooks. This is an easy, super easy move. It's just good. This is a move you can play right away. Save yourself some time. You know, it's relatively safe. Sometimes you have to make these kind of moves. Otherwise, you're going to lose. You're probably going to lose. On time, that is. On time. Okay, I need to move my queen somewhere that can make a threat. Just here. That does feel already scary. I have to watch out for this stuff. Bishop b4 doesn't work. And I'm not afraid to lose this pawn. I think I can afford to lose the pawn. Something about the king side falling apart tells me that I should be able to do it. So queen f5, e6. Take once, take twice, bishop back. Maybe they have counterplay with the sack and then bishop d5, but I don't know about that. Okay, well, let's go queen f5. As long as I'm not losing with g... Oh gosh. I didn't even think about g4. Oh gosh, I might just be losing. Psych, I have queen c2. Psych, I have queen c2. Oh, chat, that was a little scary. That was a little scary, not gonna lie. Queen c2 actually not that bad of a move, because after the trade, I might be winning a piece here, so. I do got to be a bit careful that once the light squares around my king gets ripped open, I'm not losing anything. And here, Pixel Point is probably going to feel the pressure really soon that they might be losing. And And once they start to feel that, they're going to speed up quite fast and try to flag me. I mean, the 3-minute advantage is a real advantage, and it's definitely worth a pawn or two. So I gotta be really careful. This is not an easy dunk just because I have some time advantage. But hey, man, I love to win this game. Rook there. Wow, I don't know what that does. I honestly am not sure. I guess the idea is I take, they take, and then the knight is insufficient. But I think I have a threat that comes much faster. I'm gonna play Queen H5 with some speed, pretty fast certainty, because I think this ambiguous threat is not that easy to see, but they see it. They do see it. So go them. That's nice for them. Wait. I feel like there should be a breakthrough here. Like, maybe I back? No. Okay. The difficult part here is that I want to spend a bunch of time. I really do. Wait, do I have Bishop G4? Maybe? Oh, dude, Bishop G4 could be gross. Okay, Bishop G4. I'm gonna go for it. They can't take. Pawn is pinned, right? And my assumption is basically I need slightly more pressure on the F3 square for a lot of my ideas to work. And because my bishop can't be taken, I'm saying, all right, I'm going to use it in this form. And if I can break through here, I'm hoping I win. For example, let's say knight f3 check, bishop takes, queen takes on h3, king moves over. Wow, and they say, all right, instead of winning the pawn, I'm just going to let you. Wow, okay. Knight check, king moves back, I guess is the idea. Wow. Wow, wow. What about bishop f3? Bishop f3. Okay, new strategy. I'm gonna take here. I'm going to freaking lose on time soon. I need to be careful about this. Okay, let's take. I know they have knight c4. Yeah, there's knight c4. But there's gotta be something. Come on, I just gotta move. I just have to move. Takes. Nope. All right. Moving takes priority here. I'm down way too much time. Queen f5. Even though my position is really nice. Let's take with the knight. I want the temple. I don't know that that does anything, but I wanted the temple. Because of the simplification, I have to resort to trying to just win this endgame. Gotta be so careful here. So careful. There's a nasty check there. Okay, I gotta take. This is not what I wanted. Not what I wanted at all. Okay, let's pin this. And I think I can win. Can I win this bishop in time? No, it's losing. Oh, shoot. Mm. Yeah. That was me throwing. Shoot! Oh, chat, we messed up. We were winning this game. No. Sad day. Well, I'm sorry you guys had to see that. That was a very nice game, but I just couldn't break through under the time pressure. Oh, dude. -3. Getting a -3 position and not winning. Oh, Bishop G4. Such a nice move. Yeah. I took my eye off the ball here for the time to compensate for the lack of 4 minutes. What should I have done? Queen F5 right now. Wow. It's still fine, though. Now, my super poorly executed endgame. That hurt. Ah, wow. I really just dropped the ball in the endgame. Even here, it's okay. Probably I should have played, what, Rook C2? Rook C2 is a blunder. Do I have to go back? Nope. Wow, what's the hold here? What am I missing? Really? Just bring the king in? Are we saying that what are we saying here? That I'm just going to give up the bishop and... No. Are we saying I can blockade forever? Oh. And then I bring my king over to help blockade this, and maybe bishop b7 is a real threat in the future. Oh, wow. Yeah, that would have been hard to find. This, at least this, knowing this idea was there with only a minute left. Shoot! All right, chat. Well, the grind continues. We're not 2,400 yet. Technically, we're 1 point lower rated than when we started, I think, a couple points. But hopefully these were instructive. You guys learned some great things. You get some insight into what 2,300 level chess looks like. And I hope your chess improves too. Bye.